this? Emmy 2020, Jennifer Aniston putting out fire. We gotta watch this.
Oh gosh. Once all the germs have been burned off.
Okay, here we go.
Perfect.
Got it.
Perfect.
Got it. Okay.
And
Wait.
oh,
Got it.
all right. All right. Sanitized for your protection.
Yeah.
Now this is exciting.
Oh, shoot. Hey.
We are delivering live to some of the winning nominees in their homes. So they will be getting the
Oh my
trophies in.
Welcome back to the Jack Sparrow channel. I am, of course, your host, Jack, and today we are going to be talking about the Emmys. Ah, yes, the Emmys. Did anybody watch? No, nobody watched. Why? Because it was a metaphorical dumpster fire as Jennifer Aniston put out a fire and couldn't get it right several times, which was hilarious. But yeah, they fell to a new low. And can anybody imagine why? Maybe it has to do with the fact that we don't care. Hollywood's a trash fire. Hollywood sucks. And we're tired of their crap and their nonsense and their preachy stupidity and Jimmy Kimmel's face. So yes, we get to see this. So anyway, we're going to continue and we're gonna read some articles. We're gonna have a little bit of fun today, like we always do. Let's read. This first article from Deadline says the Emmy viewership falls to new low of 6.4 million as Creek and HBO rule the beer bug dominated ceremony. And this is just an update, and it's got a couple little interesting tidbits in it. Feeling the sting of the least watched and lowest rating Emmys ever on Sunday, ABC churned out some additional numbers this morning. And they basically bumped it, it says it's minor. It bumped it up to an average of 6.4 million viewers and a 1.3 out of 7 rating. Not really good, but it's up 8%. But the interesting tidbits here is when you actually stack it up against what was on that night. See, what do we have? We have Emmys, and it beat out The Simpsons. I mean, honestly, that's not really surprising because who really watches The Simpsons anymore? It's going on like 60 years or something like that. I think the original, voice of Bart is got grandchildren at this point. So I mean, yeah, 1.0. It said what they gave it a 1.3. Football Night in America didn't do great. I mean, let's be real here. That 2.2 isn't too terrific, right? 8 million people watching it. This is second week of football. It should have been great. So the Emmys being down at 1, beating out Simpsons isn't really all that impressive. The second article from Fox News says, Jimmy Kimmel's Emmy Awards telecast plummets to record low ratings. Oh, poor guy. Forced to apologize for the skits. The virtual 72nd Emmy Awards hosted by Jimmy Kimmel on ABC drew 6.1 million viewers, a 20% drop compared to last year's hostless version. Can't imagine why. It might have had something to do with him. See, he made everybody mad because he had to, apologize for skits, He faces backlash for quote-unquote non-apologizing addressing the controversy. Kimmel, who hosts the awards for the third time, probably maybe he's just maybe people are tired of seeing him. Maybe he's old hat. Used his opening monologue to note now how there was no audience at the Emmys this year due to the health and safety procedures in place amid the Contagion that shall not be named. This isn't a ballot. How do we do Jimmy Kimmel voice anyway? This isn't a mega rally, it's the Emmys. Instead of the live audience, we took a page from baseball and did cardboard cutouts of the nominees, Kimmel said. Kimmel hosted a similarly politically charged 2018 Academy Awards, which set an all-time low for the Oscars telecast. You seeing a trend here? Anytime Kimmel gets up there on stage for the Emmys, it sets a new record for being bad. Maybe they should stop having him do it. I don't know. Let's continue. The late night star who hosted the Emmy Awards ceremony live from the Staples Center without a crowd. How exciting. Also mocked President Trump as Beep Creek one big. You never know when, YouTube's going to take something out there. Anyway, Beep Creek is set in the small town of Ontario, blah, blah, of the same name. After a brief return to the show following a commercial break, Kimmel joked, Trump's going to build that wall on the northern border. Has the president tweeted us yet? Okay, all right. Orange man bad because he tweets a bunch. Okay, the wall, we're bringing up, 2, 3, 4-year-old jokes now? Okay. Oh, that's pretty funny. Jim also received some backlash online after making a joke about reporting John Oliver, another late-night host who is from the UK, to Immigration Customs Enforcement. Wow, he's pissing everybody off, I guess, eh? Earlier this year, Kimmel came under fire wearing hoo-hoo during his tenure hosting The Man Show in the early 2000s, most notably while impersonating former NBA star Karl Malone. The Jimmy Kimmel Live host insisted he has evolved since his days on the Comedy Central program. Oh, yes, because humor that was deemed socially acceptable back then. Remember, there are a lot of comedians and former comedians who did this exact thing right here that we are not going to say. There's a lot of them that did that very thing. Now, I find it to be stupid humor personally. Never really cared for that kind of humor. I don't really see the point. I don't really see if like, for example, Dave Chappelle did I can say whiteface. Dave Chappelle did whiteface, and I found it to be kind of humorous. It's the other take. I think that particular type of humor isn't really for me. But it's okay. Nobody's getting on Dave Chappelle for doing the exact opposite, which is the same. I understand why the black community is upset about that, generally speaking, because of its connotations in the past. But a little playful banter back and forth isn't that big a deal. I just think it is funny. Again, they are, the social justice warriors are coming for their own. They eat their own. Jimmy Kimmel is being forced to apologize for something he did 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It's just very funny. Getting roasted for something in the past. It's like, well, this is the present, not the past. So there you have it. The dumpster fire that was this year's Emmys. We got to see. The highlight was, Jennifer Aniston trying to put out a fire multiple times. That's comedy right there. That's comedy gold. She might as well have been using a fork or a spoon to put out that fire. Then, of course, unfortunately, you had to see Jimmy Kimmel's face. But yeah, it's every year the ratings go lower. Every year, less and less people tune in because people are getting tired of the woke nonsense in Hollywood. And when you go woke, you definitely go broke. So yeah, Jimmy Kimmel sets himself new records every time he does it too for driving more people away. So good job, Jimmy. You're doing great. So let me know in the comment section below. Did you watch this trash? Did you tune into The Simpsons instead? Did you decide to suck it up and watch Monday Night Football? Or did you use your time more effectively, like watching Jack's YouTube videos. Something you should think about. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. My pirate crew could definitely use some more hands. And this is Jack saying, until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon. We'll talk to you again real soon.